Hey friends and neighbors, would you like to know the 6 steps I've come up with to move to Shawnee, Oklahoma, or anywhere in the Oklahoma City area? Stay tuned and I'll give them all to you. Welcome back. I'm Steve Reese, a realtor in the Oklahoma City metro area, specifically the suburb of Shawnee, just east of Tinker Air Force Base. I run the SoldOnShawnee.com real estate and community blog, and on this channel, I tell you everything you need to know about relocating in the Oklahoma City metro area. So, what are those 6 steps involved in moving here? Let's get started. Number 1, call me, text, email, direct message on Facebook or Instagram, but get a hold of a local realtor, preferably me, because I'm going to take great care of you and put all of my expertise and my passion to work for you. We'll have fun, and shouldn't that be part of it? Y'all, buying a home, relocating, selling a home, they're all very stressful things going on in your life. And so why not make them a little more fun and enjoyable? So that's your step 1. Get a hold of me. Okay, step 2, we're going to set up a Zoom meeting, or we could do it on the telephone, but I like to meet where we can see each other. And when the time is right, we could do that in person, but otherwise we'll meet on Zoom or Google Meet or Google Duo, whatever the online platform du jour is, and just kind of get to know each other and see what's important to you about the realtor who's representing you, and I can find out more about you. We can crunch all the data to see the sort of things that are important to you in the home that you buy and the area you want to be in, and take it from there. So that's step 2. Okay, step 3, we're going to set you up on a multiple listing search, multiple listing service search. I'm going to set you up on a customized search in our multiple listing service. And that way, just as though you were an agent or a member of the multiple listing service searching for property, you'll receive notices of new listings that come on the market, or listings that have a price change that put them into your bucket. And you'll receive notices of those as they happen. That way you'll have your own customized portal of the multiple listing service where you can save a listing, favorite it, or whatever they call it. You can discard it, or you can send me a note about it. Let me know you want to look at it as soon as possible, and we'll arrange that. That way you're connected to the multiple listing service and have some control over the process. Step 4. Relocating from outside the Oklahoma City metro area or outside of Shawnee, you obviously need to come look at everything, take a tour. I'll be your tour guide for the day. We'll go around and see all the things that are important to you, from schools to restaurants to social to churches. The things that are important to you, we'll cover as quickly and efficiently as possible so that you get to know the area that you're going to make home. I can do that either live with you, or we can schedule a time where I can do it by video, or I can just go through and shoot video for you. Also, when it comes to looking at houses, if you're not in the area and can't get here to look at a property right away, I can go in and shoot video with you while you're on the other end, or I can just shoot video and explain everything to you and let you look at it at your leisure. But that's the way that we certainly can operate and do it many times for our clients who are out of the area. Step 5, negotiations. So there's a link I'm going to put down in the description of the video that will talk about the differences between being a client and being a customer. So you're aware of what when you're selling your house, listing your property with a realtor, that's a client relationship because you have a contract to sell the property, to market and sell the property with that broker. Well, home buying is the same thing. Without a written agreement, without a contract, you're a customer. And if you've ever bought a property before and you didn't sign something that was an agreement on how you were to perform for the broker and how the broker was to perform with you, then you were a customer and we're doing it without representation. My preference is to give you client level service. And so that requires a buyer broker service agreement. So we'll go over that either on video or in person, or I'll send you the documents to look at. But I want you to look at that blog post to see what the differences are between client service and customer service. Actually, that doesn't sound like a bad thing to have customer service, but there's a different level of service that the Oklahoma law provides you for being a client of mine or being a customer of mine. So we need to make that important distinction. As a client, the negotiations that we do on your behalf are done at a different level than they are as a customer. If the buyer is the agent's customer, then they're really just facilitating the transaction. But as a client, I'm able to, and this will be in that blog post that you're going to look at, but as a client, I'm able to analyze the property that you're wanting to purchase and give you a market analysis on it. As a customer, I'm actually prohibited from providing that level of service. So you want a strong negotiator, and when it comes to a swift market, when things are selling very quickly, possible multiple offers. That's what I'm trying to say. Then you definitely need a skilled negotiator, somebody who's asking different questions than just highest and best and things that people think are the only factors that go into a seller considering an offer. So consider that. We'll go over those possibilities in our consultation as well. Step number 6, the final step. I'm going to guide you through a lender if you're not paying cash for the property, the title process, the title company, and the closing process, and the inspections, and all the things that lead us from contract to close. And those are very important aspects of the purchase process. Obviously, negotiations, you can't close on a property without successfully negotiating the price and terms. But so just to give you an example, in a purchase contract, there are three different periods of negotiations. The first is when we write the offer. So there's price, closing date, terms, the loan, that sort of thing. So that's your initial negotiations. Within the first 10 to 14 days, you're going to have the opportunity to inspect the property. All sorts of investigations that are important to you. What comes out of that, and we ask the seller to participate in any of those repairs or replacements. That's our second area or the second time that we'll negotiate that contract. Beyond that, if you're getting a loan on the property, an appraiser will come to the house and inspect the property and be there on your behalf, but really on the bank's behalf, on the lender's behalf. You're paying for it, but it's something that the bank's going to require in order for them to loan you money to buy that house. So if the appraisal is great, comes in at value, no repairs, then nothing more is needed to be done. If the appraisal comes in below value and or has some repairs that the lender or that the appraiser requires in order to pass the loan, then that's going to have to be hashed out as well with the seller. So 3 times that we'll negotiate that purchase contract, and I'm going to guide you through all of it. So from lender to title insurance to closing, that's the final step, and then you're home. Okay, friends and neighbors, well, that's it. My 6 steps to moving to Shawnee or anywhere in the Oklahoma City metro area. Did I miss anything, or did you think of something that I didn't answer that you have a question about? Comment below or send me a message and I'll get back to you lickety-split. And y'all, really, I want to be here for you. I want to be a resource. If you have any questions about the property, anywhere from just curiosity to pulling the trigger and want to move, I want to be that person for you, and it'd be my honor. And also, if you have anything to sell, a home to sell wherever you are now, I have made some fantastic friendships and connections all around the country, like-minded professionals and just top-notch people that I would love to introduce you to, and can do it in just about every community across the country. So that's it for today, and I'll see you in another video.
All right, all right. All right, all right.